it's a 6-mile jog from Google headquarters in Mountain View, California, to Apple's campus in Cupertino. That's around 15,000 steps. Remember to get your 10,000 in for the day. And now Google is making one of its largest ever acquisitions, hoping to catch up with its rival when it comes to fitness trackers. And of course, it's a deal worth $2.1 billion. Google will buy Fitbit, the maker of smartwatches that measures exercise, of course. And if you take a look at where it stands in terms of the price, Fitbit has been struggling ever since it went public, and Google is buying it at a more than 60% discount compared to Fitbit's 2015 IPO price. And this is a race against Apple, and Apple has a significant lead. Earlier this week, CEO Tim Cook reported his wearables division grew 54% last quarter and is now the same size as the entire Mac computer business. We've got Paul and Monica joining us now, and I know he's an elevator guy.
In this building,
in this building,
yes.
Well,
I'll take my steps elsewhere.
Hey, I take the stairs, but good to see you.
There we go.
60% discount. That's pretty incredible. And we saw Fitbit's share price actually doing quite well today. So clearly investors in the markets are liking this number.
Yeah, they liked the deal, and it was expected. The rumor of this leaked earlier in the week. Fitbit stock popped on that. So I think the question now is going to be, can Google bring enough to Fitbit to help gain market share back? Because we've seen that Fitbit, in addition to its stock price, its market share hasn't been fantastic over the past couple of years. You've got, obviously, Apple, as you pointed out, with the Apple Watch, but competition also from Samsung and some of the Chinese companies as well. Xiaomi and Huawei also make smartwatches.
Okay, so getting into such a competitive environment, and of course Fitbit is more sort of the health element. Apple Watches gives you both, you know, kind of being able to communicate and the health element as well. What do you think Google is going to want to do with this?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here, Eleni, for what Google could do. Google, for example, owns Waze, a popular mapping app. So is there a way to integrate Waze into these smartwatches for better directions if you're walking around, if you're running? Could you possibly have things that are a part of Google's Verily Life Sciences division become part of a health-focused watch from Fitbit? The Verily has actually been working on a wearable device to track things like EKG already, so that's an angle that they could go at. And then obviously, because of Google and its Pixel phones, you could marry the Pixel with the Fitbit and have a kind of Uber wearable device.
I'm looking at the trends here, and you're seeing Apple, TV Plus being launched, and they're trying to capitalize on all the devices that we have. And then you've got Google trying to get into the hardware space as well in terms of wearables. And it seems that, there's going to be such a lot of competition. It's like, what products can I get if I buy this specific brand with these wearables? How do you, how do you see this competitive environment kind of playing out?
Yeah, it's going to be hyper competitive. But I think for Google, what's going to be interesting is that Apple is in an arguably better spot because Apple sells an Apple Watch that runs on its iOS operating system. They're not licensing it to anyone else. They don't have to worry about pleasing other vendors. Google has now with Fitbit a manufacturer, but also there are other companies running Android for their wearables devices. So now all of a sudden you're competing with the likes of Samsung, which is, of course, a big partner for Android as well.